motherfucker. Hi, Spirit. How are you, sweetie? I was scrolling through the streaming services. Didn't want to watch a movie. Didn't see anything interesting on YouTube that I wanted to get involved in anyway. So I figured I'd just go live. I'm doing good. Doing good. I had to go out for some things, and I always decide to go at the worst possible time for traffic and stupidity amongst my fellow motorists. Yeah, I noticed he was a little bit scraped up yesterday, but not as bad as he has gotten himself. But yeah, he's been behaving. Definitely eats good. I fed you before I turned the fucking camera on, Pigpen. He's kind of like my dog. He's always hopeful for a treat. He certainly doesn't need it, though. I caught the cat drinking out of the 40-gallon the other day, which is not a big deal. He hasn't swiped at the fish or nothing, but I picked him up and showed him the Oscar, and the Oscar was giving him the stink eye, and the cat didn't want to look inside of his tank. Hi, Brandon Martinez. Thanks for stopping by. This is Pigpen, the star of the show. And yeah, he'll mean mug you and try to intimidate you sometimes. Fucking plants all over. And glare sucks. I'm going to go turn out those lights. That should help a little. Yeah, maybe a little. Yeah, because this light still makes a reflection too. Fucking magnet across there. Oh. He does like to tear the plants up, so I gotta look for leaves in the bottom every day. I don't want them to rot in the water. But there's at least one or two every day. I try to keep the house plants out of the water, but he can come up and grab them, so he does. I wasn't saying a whole lot. Just he always makes something for me to do in here. I don't know if it's him or the catfish, but they'll knock that intake sponge off of the pump over there at least twice a week. He pulls houseplant leaves down from them into the water, so I gotta find them and get them out so they don't rot. And then every 2 to 3 days I gotta vacuum, because he just makes a mess with food and poop. And big fish poop big. So like the filter doesn't even attempt to pull it in. It just there. So fewest number of fish in any tank that I have, and the most amount of maintenance. Yeah, I did scrub the glass, the front anyway. I leave the algae on the sides because it's not hurting anything. But I scrubbed the glass and gave it a good vacuum. And then, I got to take out like 4 or 5 gallon buckets worth of water. 2 of them are mainly just to do the vacuuming. And then the other 2 just to put some fresh water in there. Yeah, I'm trying to think of some other way to make a couple more hiding spots for the other catfish. Because I rearranged these rocks, and now it's like one big long cave. They can swim from that end right over to here, and not have to come out from under the rocks. And I think the biggest one bullies the other 2 out, because now the whole thing is his. It used to be separate. So now I got to think of finding a way to separate that one and making it 2, because the other 2 coexist relatively well. Yeah, I got to get him a bigger one. I mean, he really doesn't need it, but I would like to get him a bigger one, so I'm gonna. Because I'd like to get another Oscar for him, even though it runs the risk of making babies, and I have no outlet for baby Oscars. I think he would enjoy himself more with someone to fuck with that's his own size. But then I could get other fish too, some silver dollars, maybe. But there's other options, which is cool. Maybe a Jack Dempsey instead of another Oscar, so I don't get babies. Unless I get some kind of fucked up hybrids, which might be possible. I'm not even 100% sure. I know fish hybridization is possible. There's all kinds of them in the aquarium fish market. Yeah, I caught a comment from when I was still raising them in the 20-gallon tank. Someone was bitching that he's going to outgrow that tank. He needs at least a 75, and I'm like, how did I miss that? But yeah, I already had the 75 before I even had the fish. I literally bought the tank a week before I bought Pigpen. Yeah, there's all different kinds. I would actually like a wild looking one, just a normal, natural one, because there's less orange on the body. Like, it would all be like the light and dark gray, and then the orange spot on the tail with a little bit of orange, along the body, but not even half of what he's got. But they have all different kinds. They have long fin ones even, where the fins are longer, but I'm not into those. They gotta work twice as hard to swim with all that fin. Yeah, I actually didn't think I did, but then I did a closer inspection and realized that just for my own mental health, I was gonna reseal it, because it probably would have leaked. But yeah, yep. It's a good practice anyway. If you get something off, I got it off Marketplace, a Facebook Marketplace. It's a good practice to reseal it anyway. Just so you know. I mean, I got my 70 corner tank downstairs from my nephew, and I mean, he took it down and it was fine. It was down for a month maybe. He's like, oh yeah, it holds water. I took him at his word, and it held water for a full 7 days before I even brought it in my house. But after about a year and a half, the corner did start to leak, and so I just had to redo that. That one was the biggest pain in the ass because of the bow front, the rounded glass on the front. The two front corners are really tight. But I packed the fucking things with caulk, silicone, so, and it held water for another 7 days before I set it back up and put fish in it again. Yeah, this one was a lot easier to reseal. It was easier all the way around to clean out the old silicone, and to clean, with the acetone to get any residual silicone. It was 100 times easier than that corner tank. I did the back and the rest of it quick, but them two front corners were so hard and so tight to scrape everything out of. I used just about every small pointy or flat blade I had in my X-Acto knife kit. Yeah, he's I think he could eat a fish the size he was when I got him now. So yeah, he's definitely growing up. He still acts like a petulant child sometimes, though. Which is all part of his, his charm. The personality is probably a close second to the way they look as far as why people want them. It might even be number one. I mean, I've always liked the way they look, and then I saw they had a personality. And he's definitely got personality, and then some. Yeah, I think so. I mean, if you're going to keep it, especially something, like fish or exotic animals, you're going to keep it in a confined space. You should at least give it as big a space as you can possibly give it. And, yeah, spoil the shit out of it. Well, to an extent, man. I've seen people go overboard and have a dog that looks like a beer keg with legs. I remember seeing a black lab. Her name was Fat Dog. I don't remember what name they named her when she was a puppy, but everybody just called her the Fat Dog, so Fat Dog is what people called her. But she was probably like a 150-pound black lab, and she looked like a barrel with 4 legs and a tail. Super cool dog, but God, was she fat. Everybody was feeding her whatever, so yeah. And she was spoiled too, and she would snub you if you didn't give her some kind of treat. She loved the attention to be rubbed and petted and shit, but after a couple of minutes, if there wasn't food involved, she was going to go back and just lay back in her spot. She was cool as hell, but yeah, she loved to eat, and they just gave in. I'm like, bro, your dog can't even dog. She's so heavy. But yeah, I can't say too much. But, well, my mother-in-law takes at least some of the blame, but our little dog has gotten quite pudgy over the last couple of years. But I think I know he tries to swindle me and Allison out of treats, but I think he does it to everybody, and some people don't know better. But yeah, they're definitely spoiled. And actually, so, oh, the cat is up here. Yeah, the other dogs don't sleep in Bella's bed. We had a 20-year-old min pin that we had to have put to sleep a couple weeks ago. Nobody else sleeps in the bed, but toward the end, she would let the cat sleep in there. So he's taken it upon himself to claim her bed, which is cool because Allison had that dog a long time, like 10 years before I met her. So, like, she didn't want to get rid of the bed and the blanket, so at least it's being used by the cat. But the other dogs won't go in it because she didn't allow that, ever. Yeah, she was 20 though, Spirit. I mean, and she was ready. She stopped eating and just wasn't getting out of bed as much as she was like the previous week. Just and then the not eating thing, and yeah, we made the appointment and we're getting ready, and then she even like walked out to go. You know what I mean? She came to the stairs and barked to come downstairs, and yeah, she was ready. The vet tech made a nice box. I didn't even want to bury the box. It was so pretty. It took her like 5 minutes, but she put a very artistic rendition of Bella's name and some flowers and what the hell else was on the other side? I can't remember, but it was really pretty. And well, we ended up burying her in that. I never dug such a big hole for such a little dog. But she was definitely spoiled. It took me 3 months to get her to let me pet her. And I did that by sharing every meal I had with her. And then after that 3 months and another couple of weeks, it was like we were attached at the hip. I think she knew I was a pushover more than the rest of the people in the house. But yeah, she lost a few teeth, uh, which I seen her having trouble with them, and I've actually seen her drop two of them, which I picked up. I got them in a jar here somewhere. But yeah, and 20, almost 21 is a long time. I think 14 was the oldest dog I've had before her. And that was a big dog. He was 130 pounds and lived 14 years. You don't get much more than 10 or 12 usually. And that's pushing it. Over 10 for a big dog is usually pushing it. Yes. Yes, I'll turn it off. But yeah, she had us all pretty much wrapped around her little toe. She knew it. They act like you're not there, like you don't exist. It's like if, like you're texting someone and they stop replying and they just cease to respond. it's adults being of a mentality that's similar to elementary school children, you know, second and third graders. Yeah, that is weird. What's up, Shaker Design Pro? Thanks for stopping in, man. That's Pigpen, if you didn't see him go by. Well, shit. Make a mess, fucker. Ugh. Yeah, he's the star of the show. That's really weird. Hopefully Brooklyn will come in at some point. She usually does. But maybe, I don't know, maybe there's some fucking weird shit going on. But it's definitely weird, Spirit. Fish, I fed you already, bro. Stop begging. Look at you. You don't even gotta waste anymore. Yeah, I don't know if she has a managing mod that's being an asshole or what. I don't know if she's being an asshole. I don't know Hazel that well. I've seen her around. And told her how I'm jealous of her Tegu, even though he was biting her or something. But my girlfriend won't let me get a big lizard. But yeah, it's not like BB either, though. So maybe it's something with the chat. I know in chats that I wasn't wrenched in, just me going in and saying hello fuckers would get me fucking blocked. So I would usually wait, if I really wanted to go back to that channel, I would wait till either someone I knew was in there and moderated, and I would say hello to them first. Yeah, it started as how I said hello to all my coworkers. I'm a construction worker, so you know you don't really got to watch your mouth too much. You know, so hey, good morning, Mike. Morning, fuckers. And I started entering chats saying hello, fuckers, to the rest of the chatters, and it just stuck. And then it became my fucking username because my friend Blue asked me to change it to that, and so I did. I didn't expect YouTube to start using that as you know, as your identification when you go on a chat or something, but so far it's alright. I might not ever change it. If I get a problem, maybe. But yeah, hello fuckers is a generalization. I call my friends fuckers, everyone else are cocksuckers. Yeah, that is definitely weird, Spirit. But yeah, Brooklyn should be in, unless she's, busy cooking or something. But she usually stops by before the end anyway. I tried to get a measurement, and I really can't get an accurate one. I think I'm going to just get like a cloth measuring tape, like a seamstress's measuring tape, and just tape it to the thing. But he's about 11 inches, is my guess. What's up, Rocky? Thanks for stopping in, bro. It's good to see you. But yeah, he luckily is slowed down a little bit on the growth. It's not quite as rapid as it used to be. Like, I expected to get at least another month with him in the 60-gallon, but he was 1.5 inches when I brought him home, and then 2 months later he was almost 6 inches. So I'm like, yeah, I'll set that big tank up. And then he jumped from 6 to 8. I try to catch him when he's being a jerk and tearing up the plant roots and leaves and shit, but he stops. It's kind of like a dog in that respect too. Kind of stops doing the shit when you catch him at it. Don't want any video evidence. Guess he's smart in that respect. Yeah, I was on a video chat with White Tupac yesterday and showing Mrs. Pac the fish. Yo, Scottzilla, what's up, bro? This is my fish, Pigpen, the star of the show. The good-looking one of the group. But I think Pac's wife wants a fucking fish tank now. And I'm telling him he can make it easy on himself, but I don't know. It's not super hard. Even my dumbass can do it. The house plants help out a lot with the filtering the water, all the nasty shit. Oh, I absolutely will. Yep. But I let him know people been asking about him. But he's hell-bent and determined to, so I do like 1 or 2 video chats with him a week usually. He basically does on a video chat what he used to do on a live stream, only it's me and him, or me and him and James, maybe Queen of the Underground, or Old Boss, is James's name. But yeah. All right. No problem. But yeah, he likes to like talk for a couple of hours too, and he's just sitting there, making drinks, shooting the shit. Fucking surprise him one day. I'll hit him up from fucking Cornwall. Like, yo, I'm probably a couple of blocks from your place. But I think he's only like a 6-hour drive from here. And 4 hours of that is in New York still. So it's not too bad, I guess. Yeah, I'd surprise the shit out of him because he's always telling me, "Oh, it'd be cool if you could hang out, man." I'm like, "I don't know. I don't drink anymore. I don't know how much fun I would be." But yeah, I would definitely want to make sure I had a hotel booked or something, though, just in case. I might have to, like, yeah, man, I gotta go. Depends on how crazy it gets. Yeah, I really don't miss drinking spirit. I mean, once in a while, but I don't have it in me to get a couple of drinks and call it good. So that's the part I miss, where you just start to feel good. But I was never able to stop there. But yeah, I'm happier with not drunk Mike, for sure. Every time I see drunken stupidity, it just makes me laugh. Like, thank fuck I don't do that anymore. And thank fuck it was before I was ever on the internet. But yeah, I used to, everything was, all or nothing. It got to the point where my drug intake was making the old school drug addicts be like, "Bro, you might want to think about slowing down." Like, what are you talking about, dude? What the fuck are you talking about? Slowing down. You've been doing this shit for like 25 fucking years. If you haven't stopped yet, or you're not dead, I think I'm alright. And he's like, "Bro, you're doing like twice as much as me." I'm like, "But I'm 100 pounds heavier than you. The fuck?" Yeah, I don't either. I don't have a tolerance for, you know, just the obnoxiousness. But yeah, I was drinking whiskey right out of the bottle. I wouldn't even put it in a glass or mix it with anything. Before I quit, for like the last year before I quit, it was just one bottle was a drink, You know, I was only having one, but it's like a quart. But all the people that I thought it was cool to drink with when I was, a younger person, and they would laugh because I couldn't, drink as much as them. Well, a couple of years go by, and they don't want to drink with me no more because they can't keep up with me. That's when I started thinking I might, I might have a little bit of a problem. If other alcoholics are telling you you're drinking too much, you might be a fucking alcoholic. What's up, R&D? How's it going, bud? But it was funny because, like, I'd go to the partiers in my family and nobody wanted to party no more. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Now you all sip your fucking drinks and shit? What the fuck is this? Like, goddamn. remember my aunt's husband. He's like, yeah, no, man. What? What do you mean, no? I just walked in. He's like, I can't drink with you. I said, well, you're going to sit here. I'm going to sit there. And you're going to drink what you're drinking. And I'm going to drink what I'm drinking. I said, we're going to drink together. I was like, you don't have to. It's not a competition. You know? Like, what the fuck? I don't know if they were afraid. I mean, I'm a pretty big dude. But that was before I started being a fucking asshole, you know? But I think people just got scared because Jack Daniels makes even the nicest people do this, you know, craziest shit sometimes. But yeah, there's a song by a dude named Pat Travers. It's called Snortin' Whiskey. And I heard that song right in the middle of my cocaine and Jack Daniels phase, and it was fitting. Yeah, yeah, it'd get you in trouble. If, you know, once you let Jack do the thinking, you're fucking done. I ended up in silver fucking bracelets more than once because of old Jack. I fucked around with Jack Daniels and Jim Beam because my bartender was fucking ADHD or something. He kept fucking up every other shot, pouring me Jim Beam. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? That's not Jack. But I wouldn't know until after I took it. So after about 5 or 6 times of that, yeah, I was lucky not to go to jail that night. But yeah, I could drink a lot, and I think that alone scared some people. Started to scare me when I thought about it. Yeah, yeah, Pat Travers, yep. But yeah, looking back, only did I realize that when a 25 or 30-year cokehead is telling you that you're fucking doing too much, and a lifelong alcoholic is telling you you're drinking too much, that might be a sign, you know. I was kind of dumb when I was young. But yeah, my Uncle Bill was one of those lifelong alcoholics. He quit drinking, and I was at a party, my cousin's 21st birthday party, and I had a liter or something of Jack Daniels, and I was just drinking it, and somebody asked my Uncle Bill, who is now sober, he's like, yo, don't you think you should take that bottle from him? And now my Uncle Bill is the last man on the planet I would want to fight in any situation, ever. And he looks at my cousin Matt, who told him that. He goes, is he being an asshole? He's like, no. Like, is he causing problems? He's like, no. He's like, why do you want me to take it away from him? Because he's probably going to drink it all. He's like, do you think he's going to start trouble? He's like, no. He's like, then leave him the fuck alone, because I bet if you try to take it from him, he's going to start some fucking trouble. And that was the truth. And I never, I didn't start. That was, like I said before, I started getting mean. But it wasn't long after that I started getting mean. So, yeah, it wasn't cool. But Uncle Bill knew the score, man. You know what I mean? He knows if you poke a sleeping bear, you might get fucked up. So just leave him the fuck alone. Until you have to. Then you're going to have to shoot him. But just wait till the shit hits the fan before you start causing the shit to hit the fan. And my Uncle Bill is probably the only person on the planet that I would have given that bottle to had he asked me. So Matt was smart asking him. What? You trying to mean mug me for food? I gave you food. I know, you want more food. What about second breakfast? He'll look down, then he'll start like digging through the a sand like he's scavenging shit. He doesn't eat anything off the fucking ground. But he tries that shit to make me feel bad. Yeah, alcohol only makes a bad situation worse. And I was definitely one of those drinkers that would antagonize a situation. I remember I was at the bar playing pool with some friends, and you start to see double once you're so drunk. Well, so you got to close one eye to aim at the fucking cue ball with the stick to even come close. And I closed one eye and I was still seeing double. I'm like, fuck, I better go home. I might black out a second. I got to answer a text. All right, I'm back. Yep, back at the top, wanting food. Hey, come on, Pop. Put the brother out. Yeah, and it's not even always like when they get mad or something. Some people are just overly jovial, I'll say. Like their fucking personality's annoying. Yeah. Yeah, I've met a couple of people like that were overly friendly once they get a few drinks in them, and then it's like, dude, like, there's a thing called personal space, and I'm a firm believer in giving me and you our own fucking personal space. But yeah, I've wanted to hit somebody just for being too fucking nice and friendly and familiar. Like, I just met you here, dude. But yeah, the whole family pretty much was a bunch of alcoholics and drug addicts, both. More alcoholics, but we do have a few people that got into heavier shit. Most of them, luckily, only went recreational, but got a couple of people that have had to do a few fucking stints in rehab and jail to fucking straighten out. Got fucking 3 brothers that are still working on it. But yeah, there are other people I can't be around, especially if alcohol is involved. My own fucking brothers. Alright, buddy. Yep. He just wanted a handout. Hey, Brooklyn babe. Brooklyn. Spirit said that you weren't responding to her in Hazel's chat and she didn't understand why, but no one was, she said. Hazel or you or anyone. I said, that's not like BB. Something else was fucking wrong. Spirit. Spirit in the sky blue. Yeah, earlier she asked me what being ghosted was specifically. And she said no one could see her. She could comment, but no one was responding in Hazel's chat. I didn't know. I said maybe she got a rogue managing mod. That's what I said, BB. I mean, I'm a technological Neanderthal. So, Scott, I'll have to hit you back in a little bit, buddy. Oh, yeah, here. You could watch him gulp down some more shrimp. Yep. And there's the fucking reason I call him Pigpen. Spitting the food out, making a cloud of fucking debris. Oh yeah. Oh, that's nice. Give it to me, I'll chew it up and spit it out. Prick. You're a fucking prick sometimes, fish. But yeah, I think if I get like a plastic ruler maybe or a measuring tape and put it up along the edge here, he swims along the front, I could probably get an estimate. Hi, Carly. But yeah, there he is. Yeah, you ate or chewed up and spit out everything I just gave you, bud, so you should be good. Fucking beat up the plant roots some more. Oh, fucking thing. Didn't like it, huh? What an ass. Yo, Jasper, what's up, buddy? It's always cool when he throws it in reverse like that. So you made a new video, Jasper. You feeling better, bud? No, I don't think I muted. Nope. Oh shit, dumbass. There it is. So I assume you feel better, Jasper, if you're making dance videos again. It's got to be a relief. Damn. That's cool. Yeah, here too, BB. We're supposed to get like 1 to 3 overnight. I think tonight or tomorrow night into Sunday. Yeah, they're calling for -4 overnight. I think Saturday or Sunday night. It's supposed to be 1 degree or so here overnight tonight. It said it was 33 on the dashboard of the truck earlier, but it felt like it was fucking 13 outside. It was just like cold. So I mean, it's probably like in the 20s, but it felt colder than fucking 33. Yeah, the dogs don't even like fucking playing around outside much. Even though I shoveled the snow off of some of the yard. It's just fucking cold. I got really tall rubber boots I wear, BB. I did it with my slides on, and then I got done. I cleaned the truck off and every fucking thing. I get done, and I take a step backwards and step right into a fucking pile of snow. Basically with just my socks on. Yeah, I haven't worn a pair of long pants yet this year. Or last year, I think. I might have thrown my insulated coveralls on once, but I can't remember. But it's been so long, I don't even know they still fit. I've gained a couple pant sizes in the last couple of years. Oh, there he is, tearing up the plant roots. I just got one out of there you ripped off. Yeah, maybe, but he'll probably just spit it out. He usually does. He has eaten pieces of shrimp off the bottom if he saw it fall. The catfish are starting to get a little bit braver as they're getting bigger, but not brave enough to start cruising around in the daytime. Yeah, he definitely is, BB. This spring I want to get out with my boy to do some hiking up in the Catskills and see if we can't find a nice uh, big chunk of driftwood somewhere. Know a shitload of hiking trails around here and closer to his house, so there's plenty of options. I think the creek out by his house is a good option. There's a lot of snags, and it's an easy walk. You could walk like a mile or two in that creek fairly easily. Like, not any really deep spots. It's not super fast moving. Nice. That's awesome. See a lot of people riding those fuckers around. Yeah, definitely go test that out, guys. And if it don't work, they can see BB and she can find out what's going on. And we could reconnect right here, because I'm still going to be going for... I got another hour anyway that I could kill. So if you guys want to try that and do some detective work. No, I only have this one. At least for the time being. Yeah, if I did, I would definitely, or if my girlfriend was home, she would let me use hers for a minute. But yeah, I only got the phone right now. I do want to get something else so I could have I could put a live stream on the fucking Oscar tank and just let it go. So if anybody just wants to watch him do his thing during the day. Well, I'm gonna just run down to my kitchen and get some water. I'll be right back. I'm back to there's a shield next to Mod's names now, Spirit. Yeah, hopefully that's just something fucking dumb and can be easily fixed. Yeah, I don't know. I just noticed it earlier when I was in Mr. Perfect's chat. Yeah, it's kind of hard to follow along when you're driving. Yeah, I would do a live stream, at least an hour, going to pick my boy up, but it would mostly be just me swearing. I get that way, BB. Ugh. I called fucking Pots Poots a few days ago, so everybody was calling him Poots. Yeah, that is fucking weird. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's that's a plus on that end anyway. Well, at least something. Whatever it was up is not up now. At least if it's working. Yeah, that's what I said, BB. It's not like you to not say hello. I wonder if I could get you guys a shot of the blue Granny. He's a flighty bastard, so he might not stay put. There we go. There he is. Yeah, he's gonna leave though. He always does. But I always like the Grammies. If I could have a 1,000-gallon tank and a giant gourami, I would have one, but that was a blue gourami in a fish tank with very dirty front glass. I wasn't thinking when my fat old ass put it down there that it would be such a pain in the ass to clean. But I did restrict the light so it's not as bad. And that's my Oscar. Well, thanks for stopping in, Amira's World. It's good to see you. This is basically it. Talk about whatever you guys bring up and watch the fish be himself. And Oscars are known for having a personality, so he definitely shows that off. Occasionally, anyway. Sometimes he doesn't appreciate an audience. Sometimes he likes to try to intimidate the phone. Sometimes he'll swim by and give you just like a dirty look and then keep going. Yeah. But he pushes this rock around just about roughly the size of a tennis ball. He can move these plants around so it feels like venting, and he thrashes the house plant roots. Yeah. That's what Don was saying that the other night on his live. He's like, dude, you would never think like the fucking fish has different facial expressions. It's a fish. I'm like, it really isn't. It's just he knows how to angle and work the light. He always kind of looks like a potentially grumpy old bulldog or pug. But yeah, he's cool, and he hasn't had any temper tantrums since I got the pH back to normal. So that's always good, but it's a fucking... feels like a chemistry experiment every time I got to adjust it, because it varies, so... Yeah, Don was saying, like, he looks like he's judging you. And it might not be good. Like, yeah, he definitely can play on your emotions. Different ones, too. Not just the sympathy and empathy and shit like that. Wanting food and treats. But, yeah. He can make you feel like if you put your hand in here, I'll bite that finger right off. But he won't. He won't even come up to my hand. If I have food in it, he will. But other than that, like, he knows. He can see pretty good, I think. I'm not really sure. I never really looked into how good this particular fish's eyes are. But I would imagine they're pretty good. But yeah, I think I have a curtain, so I could put it between the fish tank and my bed, because that's where it is. But so the plant lights don't make a glare, and cover off, just make like a little box and find something, and I don't know, kind of like that maybe, or back somehow to get most of the tank in the frame so you could see him going around and stuff. But maybe right on the end. I'll have to keep the glass clean, but have it like that, and then you can see him swimming, coming and going, eating, whatever. I think that's probably a good vantage point, really. Could move that plant pot somewhere else and put it here. I don't know, you can't really tell what it would be. Let's see what he thinks of it there. Because he obviously noticed I moved it over here. Yeah, he definitely doesn't mind getting right into the camera. But yeah, this is definitely dirty glass. What you doing over here? I mean, I like watching all of the fish, but he's definitely the most interactive one. Yep, he don't mind the close-ups. But yeah, that one end of the tank view is probably the best one. I just gotta find a different device so I can just have it there. It also served double duty as kind of like a nanny cam on the fish in case something, you know, he starts acting funny or he jumps out of the fucking tank, which is a possibility. So I've been contemplating how to keep plants and put a lid on it, which I could relatively easy, but I would have to do a lot of cutting. Yeah, he's definitely, Oscars in general are, yeah, they're just I mean, they've been in the fish tank hobby a long time, and they got the name water puppies for a good reason. Like, people have some, like, they got them to where they will let you pet them and shit. He ain't like that. But I tried, but he would never like to let me touch him. So he never did let me touch him. If I did, he would bolt and then be scared for a couple hours. I'm like, fuck. And stress him out. So I didn't push it. Yeah. He'll eat out of my hand, you know. Shrimp or fish, whatever. Raw food I give him. But yeah, he's cool. He'll grab the finger, but he doesn't have like huge teeth. He's not going to rip a chunk out of you or make you bleed. He might make you bleed if he gets a soft spot, but I got pretty rough fingers. And I'll have to clamp down pretty good, which I'm sure he could fairly well, but It's not something that you're going to need stitches or a hospital visit. Just clean it out and put a bandage on it. At the most, like a Band-Aid. But very cool fish. I like them. I was worried getting them from PetSmart that he wouldn't live long enough to get big. But they're really tough fish too. Which is why they've been so popular in fish keeping for so long. No, they don't have little sharp, pointy, jagged teeth like that. Yeah, and that's probably how you're scratching your head up when I see the little scrapes. But at least that's not the big fucking bashes you were doing. I think my bumpers on the center brace helped. Piranhas are actually really skittish too. Like, it takes them a while. They like to be in a school, and it takes them a while to even eat in front of the people that own them. They are cool. They have something called an Exodon tetra, which that's piranha is a species of tetra, or in the same family anyway. And it only gets like 2, maybe 3 inches long, and those things are not as skittish as piranhas. And if you get a little school of them, like 15, like, they'll bite the shit out of your hands. They're not big enough to do major damage, but you could feel it, and they fuck shit up. I would actually not mind having a little school of those guys. You can't put any other fish in with them. It's like having a pack of fucking piranhas in miniature. And they're less skittish. But yeah, they're pretty cool. I don't remember if I checked the prices on them or not. Different online fish stores. You don't see them at the Petco or PetSmart. At least I never have. I don't know if they can order them. But that would be something cool to do with the 75 after I get something bigger for him. Or even the 40. I could probably do 15 or 20 in the 40. Yeah, they do have pretty mean looking mugs on them. But yeah, there are some fish that you could get, like you see them on the show River Monsters. They're really cool, but I wouldn't want to have to try to maintain a tank with one of those fucking, like, African tiger fish. That's a face from nightmares. And they get huge if you get the Goliath tiger fish. I think it's called the Paraiba. I can't remember. The vampire fish. It got 2 big fangs that actually poke up through the top of its fucking head when it closes its mouth. It's another one I wouldn't want mistaking my hand for food. But there's a lot of them that have, like, gar, alligator gar, and all the different gar species. Some of them catfish have some chompers on them too. Catfish are really cool too, though, but most of the time they like to just hide. So you basically just got to not give them a place to hide. But I like to have shit in the tank, so I give them a place to hide. The 3 Raphael catfish I have in here. But yeah, there's a wide variety of those too, catfish. I'd like to look into a couple different ones of them too, eventually. Yeah, most of them do, yep. There's some gnarly looking fuckers out there. But yeah, mostly they got a pretty cool little derpy face. Yeah, these guys stay hidden, or what they think is hidden most of the time. But these two hang out there. There's one above too. I don't know. Yeah, you can see his tail up there. Sometimes the bigger of those two hangs out under the rocks, but then the big one makes them leave. We gotta find a way to section them off, or just make a couple more. Put that half a flower pot back in there maybe, and maybe make one section one off, so it's not one big long continuous space. That would be fairly easy. Yeah, I should fucking do that. I could probably do it in 2 minutes right now. I'd have to dig some rocks out and shit. I'm not doing it right now. But yeah, the Corydorus catfish stay really little. I like having them in the tanks with other fish that I can. I can't put them in here. That's why I got the bigger ones, the Raphael catfish. But plecos are a type of catfish too. I think, pretty sure. But there's some really cool smaller species like banjo and anchor catfish that are hard to see even when they're not hiding. So it's like, you know, I got this really cool fish you can't see. And of course, none of the cories are at the front of the tank here. They got cool little derpy faces, the Corydora catfish. Why are you hiding again, dude? Are you planning another attack on the roots? You can see how orange his eye is if I can get below him a little bit. I'll wait over here. I just thought he was gonna bite my finger. Yeah, he knows it's my finger now. But yeah, he just cruises around normally, or he'll tear into the fucking plant roots. I haven't seen him try to push this over in a while. I think he just gave up since I zip tied it to the brace. So he's not pushing the bamboo over. But I do notice this rock moved, this white rock here, and these always get shifted around some too. So he's got stuff to move. But Wingstar gave me the idea for the Jason Voorhees aquarium decoration. He could use it like a punching bag. So I'm going to look into getting one of those. I might have to like silicone the base of it to a rock so we can't drag it all over the tank. But he'll at least be able to give it hell. Some Facebook group suggested golf ball. I should try a golf ball too, because it sinks to the bottom. It's something he can fucking push around. But I haven't gotten one of those yet. I don't know if he'll take to it or not. It's worth a shot though. Give him something to do. A little bit of enrichment anyway. But yeah, I think he likes having something to feel like he's like breaking it or disturbing it in some kind of way, you know. Maybe it's just like rage therapy. But something. I was thinking about a fishing lure without hooks, but I don't want them swallowing it. So I could do live worms and just run a... I want to try that too, earthworms, like night crawlers. See if he'll eat them. Make sure I get a hold of my fishing buddy if he doesn't though, or I'll just put him out in the fucking compost. But that would be cool. A good cheap live food source for him. Have to look into how to purge the fucking guts, but yeah, he likes to like bully shit. That's why I kind of worry about getting, because you get slightly smaller fish to keep with him, I was thinking of a blue Acara, but I don't want him to bully the fucker, and I'd rather get a bigger tank before I put another fish in some places for it to escape from any potential harm, you know? I mean, I feel bad that he's got the bare minimum tank size for his species, but I'm looking for a bigger one. And I've seen people with 5 Oscars in a 75-gallon tank, full grown, like 12-inch and bigger. So I don't feel that bad when I see that shit. But I need room before I can get a bigger tank. Even if it's like a 120 5-foot by 2-foot footprint, I'm gonna need more space and another stand. 5 foot would be easier to accommodate with the space, though. And it would be more 6 inches more floor space than he has front to back and a foot left to right. I'd rather give him 2 feet left to right, but we'll see. Could try to talk Alley Cat into a pond in the living room. Use a 300-gallon or 350-gallon water trough, livestock water trough. I could make a little waterfall. It'd look nice. I'd have to probably reinforce the floor, get a couple floor jacks for the basement, a couple of columns. Mike Lloyd sent a photo. It's probably a Grateful Dead live concert. My buddy Mike always sends me good Grateful Dead shows. I should fucking try and put the link on your community page, BB. He sends me a lot of good shit. He's actually the dude that really like turned me on to real Grateful Dead music, not just the few songs they play on the radio. But he had a lot of live recordings from the shows he was at. Like he had, I think, 2 or 3 duffel bags. But he had lots of shit. And then he told me, because I asked him recently if he still had them. He said, man, I got 1 bag out of all that shit I had because my mom moved it down to the basement and it flooded. One winter the pipes broke or something. It flooded the fucking basement and ruined probably 200 or 300 different cassettes. Maybe more. And then he gave what he had left to his daughter because she turned into a deadhead. But yeah, he said, Mike, I cried, bro. I'm like, dude. Oh, that had to feel like a kick right in the balls. You know? He had a lot of stuff, man. He would come over with, well, he would get beer and I would supply my own alcohol, but we would cook burgers or some bratwursts or something on the grill and have the radio outside with the cassette player fucking just going through bootlegs. Oh, you gotta listen to this, dude. The whole fucking tape is literally one song. They just started jamming at one show and didn't play any specific song and didn't sing at all. It's just the whole band just grooving and playing music. And I can't even fucking describe it. Makes me mad that I didn't go see a show when I still could, you know? I was an ignorant little metalhead, though. I barely got along with the deadheads in school. Oh God, dude, baby, it was fucking amazing. It, holy shit. I could imagine being there and tripping, you know? It would, God damn it. But, the only thing I found that made me stop and take notice the way that one, like, 4 hour song did was the first time I saw a hippie drum circle. Holy shit. Everybody playing something else on different fucking drums, and the way it all comes together and then it changes, and holy shit. And I was tripping. That was my first LSD experience, and I believe the drummers were where we got it. And 2 for $1 grilled cheese. Hell yeah. Oh, dude, right on, Scott. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I remember, I don't know, I think I was in like 7th grade maybe. And that Eagle or Don Henley song, Boys of Summer, I think that's it. It says, sees, there's a Deadhead sticker on a Cadillac. And I don't know if it was a teacher being a dick or a student, because it was in like the mixed parking lot. It wasn't specifically teacher or student parking. But there was an old Cadillac with like 5 Grateful Dead stickers across the bumper. I was fucking like, holy shit, dude. Yeah, that was definitely a great lyric. But to actually see even one on a Cadillac was like, yeah, I probably never will. But then when I get to high school, all the fucking Deadheads were uh, like yuppie kids. You know, their parents were yuppies, and now they're 30 something or 40, and the kids trying to be anything but what they are, and only barely scraping by. Like he was this one kid, Darren, was a deadhead from the waist up. Like he had a million T-shirts, but he was always wearing like country club type shorts. You know what I mean? Like, dude, get a couple of pairs of jeans and just cut the fucking legs off. It would look, it would suit you better with that T-shirt anyway. But yeah, he was a weird kid too. So we tolerated him because he hung out with my buddy Butch. Butch was like a goth skater punk kid, really weird individual. I met him. He came up to us at lunch. He's like, "Hey, you look like you know where to get PCP. Do you?" No, dude. Do you know anybody that does? No. He's like, "Oh, well, I just thought you guys looked like you might know. I wanted to try it." I'm like, "All right, dude, I don't know. I don't want to fucking try it, but nope, I don't know. But there are other kids in school you should probably ask." But Butch was a weirdo. We all loved him. He was crazier than a shithouse rat. Harmless though. He wasn't violent. He was so chill. But Darren was his neighbor and his best friend since they were in like 3rd grade, and was basically It was like a package deal. But Butch was so cool that Darren was tolerable. God, I wish I could remember Butch's last name. I could look him up. Oh, that's cool. I mean, that's an iconic spot for like the whole fucking hippie generation, especially for Deadheads. It's like Mecca. I've become a bigger fan in the last, I don't know, 15 or 20 years, but really a lot more in like the last 10. Just gaining an appreciation for the fact that I'll never be able to play a fucking instrument, and these guys do it really good, you know what I mean? And did it really good for a really long time. But there's some really good songs, man. As a kid, like I said, I just listened to metal. Like, if it wasn't something that made my grandparents fucking think I worshiped the devil, I probably, yeah, I didn't really listen to it much. But a lot of the shit that was playing around me back then, like my grandfather got drunk and got on like a Hank Williams Sr. kick. He listened to that all day, or bluegrass. And as, like, some of them songs were fucking catchy, man. Especially the bluegrass. He would get mad because his favorite and mine now, Bill Monroe, played a mandolin, and it was like listening to Jimi Hendrix play a guitar solo when he played. And he was an older man when I first saw him, but he'd been doing it since like the 40s or 50s. But the way he played, it was like 100 fucking miles an hour, and it looked like he wasn't trying when you seen him do it. And I was like, huh? But, and I'm like, Pop, that's kind of like acoustic hillbilly heavy metal. Listen to it. He's like going 100 miles an hour. If you put a drum behind that, I said you could mosh to it. He's like, get the fuck out of here. Then I had him listen to something that he could tolerate. I forget what it was, but it wasn't too bad. And he's like, and I said, now if I could take the drum track, just listen to how fast that guy's playing. You know, and the like it yeah, you know, it's rowdy music. And he's like, no, but he didn't like hearing that. But I think he did realize that it kind of, you know what I mean. It had that same like effect. But his music, I think, like is like, if you feel it, it's primal. It's like instinct. It's just with you. Like somebody telling you they don't like music, I think they're probably a fucking lizard person. And I don't even believe in that kind of shit, but I'm going to start questioning it now. Like, what? Do you not like breathing, too? Because what the fuck is wrong with you? You don't like music? With all the different kinds out there, you don't. That's crazy. That's crazy. Well, I've heard a couple people say, "Oh, they really don't like music." What? 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 You don't like music? Yeah. Like, I don't know. Like, people just, some people, oh, it's something to dance to. I'm not, I don't know. It's more than that if you pay attention. And it's funny because the music that has relevant shit to say isn't in the top 40 or even close. It's all like independent. It's metal bands, hip hop, uh, like outlaw country-ish. It's nuts. Everything on the radio is just like, I don't know. Anyway, the newer shit anyway. But it's weird. I can't find much substance in modern popular music. Yeah, even like classic rock radio. I get what my uncles and mother and shit were feeling in the 80s and 90s when everything they grew up loving was considered classic rock. So it's cool there, some well, newer shit, but it's still all the same old stuff. Yeah, you know, you you don't find shit where the people are actually saying something with the words they write to go with their music. And if you do, it's some fucking twangy fucking country guy, and I don't know. He buys the song from the guy who wrote it. And then it gets popular because he's popular. Like Scottzilla, Uncle Scotty. When you were a kid and you saw somebody on a show, say like American Idol, how much credibility would that give them? You know, you never hear these people anywhere. And then they're on a show for fucking 3 months, and next thing you know, they're the next big thing in music. That wouldn't, like, even when I was a kid, growing up with punk rock and metal, like, what? It's boy band. It, like, Jesus Christ. And, like, the people that really have actual talent that were out there making music in bars and getting beer bottles thrown at them, they come in like fifth. Like, what the fuck? But yeah, like, come on. I got a friend that really likes that show, and he's like, "Oh, listen, this person can really sing and this and that." I'm like, but they're singing somebody else's song, and they're trying to sing the most popular song. No, come on, man. Show me a kid that just learned a song on a guitar and got good at it and decided to make a video, you know, or made his own song. Yeah, like in the 70s and 80s, but yeah, like who really made it big because of Star Search? I mean, there's a couple of people that can say, "Oh yeah, I got noticed," but mostly like comedians. But yeah, it's like, goddamn. Just here, this is what you should listen to. This is what you should like. Yeah, magicians. Yep, you get a spot in Vegas, a residency or something, some TV special. But I don't remember any singers, becoming a top 40 fucking hit. I mean, I could be wrong. Maybe just didn't look into it enough. But I mean, well, that's refreshing, Scott. It really is. Because a lot of genres can't say that. Yeah, America Has Got Talent's pretty good. You see some good shit on there. I like the weirder shit though. Most. Like, wasn't that where they had the little girl singing death metal, her own death metal song? That was awesome. Yeah, good old Dean. I liked watching him on Johnny Carson. Yeah, my mother-in-law watches that. She watches the Dancing with the Stars and shit. And like she's always talking to Allison about how good this one or that one is, and I'm like, I don't even know what the fuck that is, but okay. But she used to dance a lot in her younger days. All right, all right. Really? What the fuck is that noise? God damn it. Oh, that's gonna have to wait. That's annoying. Did one of those stop? No. Oh. Alright, what's that? I'm sucking a little bit of air through the sponge filter. Or the intake sponge. Yeah, yeah. It was literally a fucking minute adjustment. It's never done that before that I haven't heard it. But I might have to clean that fucker. But I'm doing the filter and another vacuum tomorrow, so it'll get cleaned. I gotta take the pumps and I clean out the inside and get them all nice and new looking again. Yeah, at first I thought the impeller got stuck on one, but it's just the fucking where it connected wasn't tight. Oh, shit balls. Yeah, I think I'm due for a redesign on that thing too. I'm thinking of maybe using like solid pipe instead of the hose. Yeah, maybe move them and use pipe. Maybe a different intake box too. But I don't know what I would use yet. What, you think I'm gonna throw you more food? You had enough food. Just circling around the bamboo. Yep. Come back around. Like, you throwing anything in there? No, dude. Not till tomorrow. Goddamn plants. Oh, that's in the water, yeah. I gotta devise some way to keep that massive vine out of the water. Because if it starts rooting, it's gonna really go fucking crazy. And then I'm gonna have to really start cutting back. Find people that wants house plants. I already gotta do that downstairs. Where are you going? Don't hide now. I guess you can. We gotta end this in a minute or two. Yeah, there might be something up there. Maybe he pulls them in there to vent frustration, but also because it does catch food. Yeah, he's hopeful. He's eaten plenty today. He's gonna start to throw a tantrum. He just picked at the bamboo like he's moping. Yeah, it's got 2 spots down there. The second one is right there, right next to that little white rock. I don't know if I can, yeah. I'm hoping it just grows up before it puts leaves out, because they'll probably just fucking die in there. I don't know. We'll see. If it starts, I'll have to probably just cut them off. But yeah, I noticed that one going out that way first, and then that one was poking out from behind the rock, so I moved the rock so it had an easier time just growing out, so it wasn't pushing up against the rock. But yeah, I don't know. I don't have room to the ceiling to pick the pot up more than like 4 inches off the floor of the tank, because then the leaves will be hitting the ceiling on the top of it over here. Only got 4, maybe 6 inches to the ceiling, but I'll have to figure that out when I have to figure it out. And I don't think it's tall enough to go into the tank downstairs unless I raise it off the floor. So what to do? It's been in water since I've had it, so aquarium dirt and in the water. So kind of like it's planted in a fish tank, but the roots grow well out of the bottom of that thing. The plants, they can be, but they are for me, because I kind of just let stuff grow, wanted to see what it would do, and now I got to manage it. And I got a lot of fucking house plants. It takes about 5 gallons just to water the plants on the second floor. Probably another 5 to do all the plants on the first floor. But some I do flush through 2 or 3 times, because the soil doesn't hold a lot of water, so I fucking flush it through a couple times so it'll hold it a little bit. Most of it's like the orchids. I usually let them soak. That's the best way to do them. But I still reuse that water to water the other plants. I want to try to figure a way to put them. I don't know if I could put it right across the brace and maybe zip tie or fishing line, tie it to it, and just let the roots hang over the side. I wonder if I could get that and get a couple of the orchids. I got some, like mini orchids, put a couple of them across the top here. I think it would look cool because they would flower probably constantly. And I think they would be the easiest ones to convert to water. But I'm going to end this, you guys, whoever's left in here, BB. Maybe Scotty. But I'll see you all next time. Thanks for coming. Bye, fuckers.